Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverain. I'm taking a look at Shadows of Forbidden Gods again. And you thought I was out of gods. Well, so did I. Until I went to the Out of Gods mod. Yes, this should add in, I think, 3 to 4 gods. If I could just find where they are, if they've actually added in. I hope it's not bugged. They certainly have downloaded it. Well, there's one of them. The Thing from Beyond, Interdimensional Parasite. Magic is the pure energy of raw possibility, from which realities are forged. The more magic is siphoned, repurposed, the more the fabric of reality is thinned. If too much magic is wasted or misused, this fabric can become torn. Through this, the Thing from Beyond passes to suckle every drop of magic for itself. So it's an alien god arriving to the planet generations after native old gods awoke and was defeated. Remnants of the old god's followers and power remain, can manipulate or spurred into sowing chaos and shadow to take advantage of. However, during this war, natives unlock many of the secrets of magic, incorporating them into nearly every aspect of life to make them subverting them harder. Seals are broken through magical rituals to open rifts in reality. So I imagine this is going to be a very mage-heavy one. We also have Paradoxis, Closer of Loops. Essentially, the Chosen One went back in time and caused a time paradox, basically saving a whole bunch of people from the future. And you need to force him, his younger self, to repeat this loop in order to keep yourself in existence. However, every time your seals break, you hasten the end, so you actually have a power to stop gaining power, but reduce the rate at which your seals break. But there is no way to win other than doing this one victory condition. But there's no time limit either, because you're a god of time paradox. Alright, the Dark Council. I'm dreading this one because you don't have any rulers. You're essentially the man or woman whispering in your king's ear. And you're essentially trying to convert people to the dark side. Once you've done it once and released these people, you can't repossess them. It's going to be really difficult, and you gain powers for your curse the more wars that are recurring. Because that one has no agents and it's very similar to the last one I played, I'm not going to touch that one for a while. War mode. Oh, nation war minigame. No wars, no agents, no seals. Direct controlling powers do not require a pawn. Okay. So there's 2 versions of that. That's interesting. And what is essentially drug abuse. Okay, the collective human subconscious drives many of an individual's wants and actions without their ever realizing. With a growing production and distribution of lotus plants amongst the common people, formerly used very carefully by monks to induce spiritual experiences, the collective mind will soon be poisoned by nothing but the need for more lotus. Yeah, that seems kind of fun. You have no seals to break, no traditional power limit, but all your powers require a supply of gold from your coffers. So we create drug addicts. Oh, fun. Again, all of these sound very quirky, and even the dev said these are like when I was play them once for the gimmick god. I'm torn between the Parasite and the Lotus, if I'm honest. I really want to play Paradoxis. Actually, I'm going to go with Paradoxis first. I might need several replays of some of these gods, because they have very individualistic quirks. But even if I lose, what will happen if I lose, I will play a different god and I will come back to them until I win. We're going to keep going with this one. Alright, does not have a turn limit, cannot lose via normal reforge the seals, complete the prophecy quest, cannot accumulate victory points to win normally. Victory is achieved by having the chosen one complete a quest at the temporal rift site. The desire to complete the quest is driven by factors which normally govern victory points. If loss occurs if all seals are broken before this. Oh, we are on a time limit. That's bad. Seals and powers. Paradoxis seals will slowly break over time. This progress is hastened or slowed by the use of powers. Temporal white shifting can be toggled on or off, which halves the rate which the seals decay over time, but stops all power generation. While off, 0.5 generation is 0.5 power is generated a turn. Breaking the 3rd seal might doom the chosen one's quest before it happens too soon. And underground, the calamity from the refugees fled. It was a temporal rift. Okay, it was an invasion. We already have 100% awareness. That is fine. Let's go for it. This is going to be really friggin' hard. I just know it. Okay, come on, random world. Please do not bone me. Yep, everything is as it should be. Random. Okay. Large landmass, no islands. I gotta try like a smaller islands map again at some point. I really want to make the orc pirates. Alright, what do we have to work with? What do we start with? Oh. Oh. That's our only power? What does that actually do? That does nothing. That's garbage. Alright, I have Mastery of Death, a Mastery of Geomancy. Nice. So, this is a merchant, is a chosen one. That's not going to be useful. That's actually going to be downright annoying. Let's have a look at the chosen one. Dislikes madness, likes danger. That's fantastic. Liking danger is great because they're less likely to go warn the world if they have danger. Because raising awareness is a pain. Victory minus 243%. Excuse me? I am genuinely puzzled. Alright, use power. What do we have? Increases the defense of an agent or hero? Accelerates decay. Gives me, okay, accelerates decay. By 1 turn. Interesting. I basically have all my powers. So these like make people faster, they can do things better. That slows people down. I will get 1 power and then I'm going to just turn it off. And half that. I guess what I need to do is essentially mess with people. Where's it? Oh, they have to do a ritual here. Let's close the loop. Positive tags ambition. Oh, I already know that I can't influence the chosen one with the Whisperer. That's a bit of a pain. And let's have a look at our nations as well. So we have a hella big nation here with this republic. We have... Oh, we're split up quite a bit. That's a tiny thing of tiny things. Owns the whole island. God, there's a lot of pink. That's a lot of pink, and I wish I could zoom out further. That orc horde? Not too bad, actually. Let me just turn that off a second. Well, that cathedrals might just vanish. I don't think that horde's going to do too well. It might cause some little disasters, as much as I'd really like to mess with them. Let me just have a look at a modifier finder. Now, I'm going to look for this. That could actually be genuinely useful if I made all this habitable and spread the orcs. However, considering the orcs are already raiding, it's not a good sign. I'll just say that. Though I could maybe get gold from there. I need to essentially cause enough panic and problems that they're going to start doing things. Do you have much intrigue? You don't really, do you? You're a bit mediocre in that regard. Alright, this might have to be a... Ooh. Ooh, okay. This might have to be a two-pronged attack here. There's nothing up here. I need to start... Let me just go back to nations again. That's a little one. I really need to start undermining this nation, because that's bound to be where the alliance starts. That's going to be very problematic. If I can get rid of these small ones and just make a small pocket of issues, that'd be fine. I don't think I'm going to be in shadowing. I don't think I shadow stuff with this god, which is going to be new. I'll say that. So shadow isn't our friend today. Now I do have a few new people. I have the brigand, which can cause banditry, which is great for basically causing unrest. What unrest is used for? Not great. I mean, one of his main gimmicks is he can reduce the security of areas. Same if you set up crime, the lawbreaker essentially infiltrates cities and starts pilfering gold off of things. Alright, courtesan, again, is... done much. Gee, is the courtesan the Whisper? Have I got them mixed up again? I've just got so many... No, that's you up here. I have done nothing really with the courtesan. If the hero wasn't liking danger, what I'd do is go for a cursed. I would then... Where are they? I would then dump the cursed in some nearby ruins if there was any. There's no nearby ruins, that's troubling. Actually, where are all the ruins? Jeez. I'm gonna just have a look round for a moment. Alright, there's a few ancient ruins here and there. We're not completely without them. They're just mostly already in cities. So, what I'd do is put them there, have them loot the ruins, try and get some money, hopefully hire some bodyguards, go after the Chosen just to injure them enough to make them like danger and combat, and retreat, and then use them as a sacrificial pawn. We're not going to have to do that today, thankfully. I mean, I could still do it. I could toughen up the Chosen a little bit. I mean, I can't really go for danger because they'll be causing all kinds of problems. Attack 6. Wow, that's a lot of... That's actually a significant amount of attack for the Chosen. Especially since they're a flaming merchant. I need to keep them alive as well. I'm just going to have a look at their preferences again. 2.6. Learn Arcane Secret. They don't like doing that. Drive back Shadow Consecration. Don't devastate the Orc. Steal Orc Plunder. You're a git, aren't you? You're an absolute git. Alright. No, we're not messing with the Chosen. We don't have to. Let's have a double check of the security. Security 8, that's horrible. Security 7, that is also horrible. Security 6, that's horrible. 7, why are all these so high? Where's all the security 4 places? Of course, they're over here. So, this is pretty much a no-go. This is just going to be an absolute pain in my backside, so... Agent. Let me remind me what the Delver does again. Infiltrated library. He can explore ruins. He's got good lore. Pretty much naff everything else. He's not that useful to me right now. I could go with the Brigand and start essentially messing with them. I won't get infiltration, but I will build up, what they call it, crime and banditry, which builds up unrest. You can have violent uprisings. This feels like not a good use of my time. The other alternative, I think it's going to have to be the Whisper to start with. Because if I can start... Yeah, I'm going to start in this giant frigging location. Now, the fun thing with the Whisper is I don't need to infiltrate. I can infiltrate. It's lovely if I do, but I don't need to. Now, where the heck's the capital city? I think it's this one. Alright, we're going to go with Confidant. Because that just is effective. Must be fully infiltrated. Damn. Well, that's fine. We'll infiltrate. We'll do things to you first. We'll make you like. Yeah, we'll make you like. I think deep ones and orcs. That should work. So you're going to prey on them. And you, sir. Well, what can I do with you? I'm genuinely puzzled. This is the first time I've had a starting agent and I have no idea what to do with them. Let's explore the ruins. It might give me something I can use. Well, deep ones are going to be a problem because they have that anti-abyssal faith nonsense. That is a pain in my ass. That is an absolute pain in my ass. It's alright, we can deal with it. Holy hell, that went from 94 to 88. Just to gain 1 power. Okay, first of all, we're turning that on. Okay, yeah, we're putting that halved, because that breaks quickly. Jeez, this god's actually genuinely mystifying on how to play. So, let's go back to the surface, please. Yeah, there's no shadowment here. Let's keep exploring these ruins. I've got a little bit of gold so far, that's fine. Oh, people are already aware, and they already have a profit. Game hates me today. Why are they gaining a profit this early? I've just had the same ruins event 3 times in a row. That's annoying, and it's the one that will increase my menace if I do anything. So infiltrate this fortress. At least once we've Wow, that's a lot of fortresses. Yeah, once we've infiltrated all of those, things should go a bit smoother. Ooh, page from the tome. We're not held by an agent. Deal 1 sanity damage per turn. Destroy when sanity reaches 0. So I've got to give that to someone. Very interesting. So you like orcs now, but you dislike gold. That's a little unusual. Dislike combat, that's fine. So I make you like orcs and madness. Maybe magic or something. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, an artifact level item. Yes, go 2. Oh, it's a Sodding Ruinous Blade. So, great. You've been sort of turned into a melee character. Not very useful to me, honestly. And I can't really get any more agents yet. That's fine, that's fine. We'll figure something out. But at least we can infiltrate this fortress. Then we're going to go for this to essentially start spreading out cursed items amongst the place. Though I think I have to pay gold for that. Let's have a look at this city. Yeah, that's too high. My plan to do anything with down here is just not going to happen with those huge security bonuses. Well, I almost got ripped off by the old man who was threatening me, but 2 gold every time I move. Let's use up the last of my gold to get me potential future gold. I can't complain too much about that. Nearly all the gold is getting chucked into making underground cities. I look down there, there's no threats to these cities, so yay. Here we go. I'll let the orcs do their thing. That's fine. I just need 1 more turn of that, and it's the same time I finish infiltrating the fortress. Lovely. We will reshape the prey. We will prove opinion. And we are going to make them like, I think, deep ones. So you like orc and deep ones. Now if I could just see where she's vanished off to. Yeah, I'll just do it 1 more time so she likes undead. And after that, she might come to the Whisperer to become a vampire. That's just to ensure she still likes me. I'm getting so much menace so quickly. It's so ridiculous. Infiltrate the fortress, and then we're going to have to go probably to the city to lie low, but it's all fine. How about you, fella? You have no profile, but you're slowly gaining menace because of all the stupid events that keep getting thrown my way. Alright, down here is the first daughter. That's fantastic. That's just fantastic. The orcs are probably going to wipe her out. If I'm lucky, they won't, but they probably will. Now, you are going to need, I think, 1 more intrigue, and then we're going to start building your lore. And I double-checked earlier what this was, but let's look at the modifier finder. Yeah, it's right there. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So, oops. Oh, we want to go back to our normal view. And I doubt he's going to be able to murder anyone. It would be very handy if he could, though, because you need someone to you need the hero to kill them to get the second daughter, which is the problem. So you've got security 8. You've got security 0. No, I'm not buying that pot of greed. I am not messing that up again. Buy the tome. Goblin Infiltrator. Excuse me, what's this? Yes. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I've never even seen that before. I'll be damned, the orcs actually took a place over. Are they not going to burn that to the ground? I mean, I still think that's fantastic, but I'm a bit worried they're going to destroy that place before I can do anything. Okay, Set traps for our enemies. Random uncommon item. This place gains 1 security. Assistance. I'm on a time limit. I need the challenge. How is there shadow? Where is it? Just leaking up from the underground? Okay. I realised I could also be telling the mages to like shadow and do that for me as well. But it's always an option. Again, hoping to do this. Get the spot. This doesn't actually have that much security, so actually before running him over that corner, I might have him take that, take over the over here, and then come back and grab the town. That one's just too high, but the rest of this I can slowly infiltrate and cause problems for. There goes the church. Didn't think it'd last, but the orcs have new lands, which is a good thing. Alright, it can influence the Holy Order. First things first, we get rid of this abyssal faith hatred. This is okay, that's alright. They're still going to be improving it, so I don't know if they're going to just change that back again. But they tend to save that. Who is falling to shadow? Again, it's just shadow coming out of here. Fair enough. I am not going to complain. If we have shadow in the corner, that's going to distract them. I do things up at the top. What? Why is there suddenly wards all over here? That's not going to affect me at all. Why do I care? The seal is broken. Maximum power increases. We gain an agent slot. Very nice. So we're going to use our power. We are going to do the toggle. This is fine. We'll go up to 2 power and save that just in case. Now for the next agent, this is a difficult choice, but I really need to start getting a move on with things. Now, those are unique agents. If I lose them, they're gone. How many agent points do I have? I have lots of recruitment points, actually. So it might be worth... Let me just double check. 7, 2... I need someone with reasonable stuff. I need a bit of intrigue. I really need a bit of lore, really. But intrigue's more important, I would say. Again, I don't really know what to do with her. And I'm a bit afraid of causing problems. The Seeker could be interesting. But the way things go, it just go horribly wrong. They're quite good messing with elves. She causes political problems, but you have to have problems going on first before she's really useful. He can cause vendettas. The Trickster could be okay. Build up all those infiltrations. If you had intrigue instead of might, maybe. I mean, I could use him as a throwaway. Actually, I could... That's a very good point. I could just use this as a throwaway. Duelist. Wait, cancel. Create agent. Let me just double check the duelist again. Might and intrigue. Yeah, you know what? That's actually really sodding useful for me right now. So we're going to go here. Honorable Duelist Grand Champion. May stand in for others in combat. Do a duel rather than all-out combat. That turns out to be quite useful, but first of all, we are going to... Yeah, it's all the same. We infiltrate the seat of the Holy Order. We then infiltrate the Holy Site. We'll even do the catacombs. We can fully infiltrate this place. That'll be fine. That will lead me to... Oh, he likes madness. Nice. Yeah, if I can start using the Whisper to alter these guys, that would be fantastic. Now, you, sir, have a job to do. You need to infiltrate the fortress, and then you're going to infiltrate over here, and we're going to be all good, and I'm going to leave this to do its own thing. Once he gets over to the duelist, however, he basically hands this over to the duelist, and if I can get to a coast that's infiltrated, I am giving that to a ruler. Just to speed up the madness problems.